Welcome, anyone who dares to lay their eyes upon my fearsome visage. It's Wit Sharper Than Fang here with another AlphaWit Thursday, I being the wit part. I am joined as always by my friend and co-host AlphaStarDX, and he sounds like this.
That's your face?
It's fearsome! My visage! Anyway.
Oh God, I'm traumatized.
He doesn't usually sound like screaming.
Pebbles.
What does that mean?
I think I need to turn on the Paradise Killer Transit song now, excuse me.
What does pebbles mean?
Oh, that's just, that's just simulation of insanity.
I get it. I was being much too literal.
Trauma-induced insanity, you see.
I fully
But
understand.
if you'd like to know, pebbles are small stones that form something of a shelf on the surface, usually near the edge of a body of water, and yeah, that's all they are. Or a breakfast cereal, or a character on the Flintstones, or shall I go on?
You do so at your own peril.
No, I think the crowd will be more interested in seeing the plants.
Oh yeah, the crowd. Yeah, what he's talking about is that we are continuing with Strange Horticulture. This is, I think, our fourth episode of our playthrough.
Every time we read the title of this game, we say horror on International Web of Vision, and it makes me quite happy to do so.
Yeah, if you keep drawing attention to it, we might get TOS'd, so I don't want to... Not that that particularly bothers me, but, like, it's always...
Well, then we just stream for ourselves going forward, that's all.
It's true. This game rules. And I'm very happy to be playing it.
So where did we leave off? It is day 9.
And I think we estimated that this would be about 2 weeks.
We were wrong.
I see.
I mean, there's more plot to be done.
I believe what we finished doing was the tarot card clue.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Unless we can make sense of any of those letters, it's time to make the people happy. Oh, did we even
Did we not do this?
Did we?
Oh, you know what the problem was? Is we couldn't figure out what Golden Light or Long Meg were. But I'm willing to look again.
Alright, so... What was the first bit?
Golden Light?
Golden
Which
Light.
might be the name of a plant.
Checking.
And... we're also looking for Long Meg.
I don't know, the Meg that I'm familiar with is actually rather short. She's a wonderful person, don't get me wrong, just... Yeah, not seeing anything that would convince me.
Yeah.
But I do see something funny in F7 and F8.
I was thinking that you were thinking about O24. F7 and F8, you say? Oh,
Yes.
Is it just the word wood?
Low, specifically low wood.
Get on my level, meat hop.
I mean, I like it. Also, bless you, Kuro. I believe I heard you sneeze.
Yeah, we both have colds. And I think because we caught that cold on our honeymoon, and I think Kuro picked up a second cold, and now I think I have the second cold. Because hers was getting worse, and I felt a little worse today. So,
Just inhale the plant pollen, it'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
So,
I'm dying.
She's been having a very rough couple of days.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks!
No, but you were fine. when I first started getting sick. It's been 2 weeks for me. It's been... Well, you were starting to feel it when we flew home, right?
Yeah.
So it will be 2 weeks on Sunday. This is the instructions on how to use the disc. This is more instructions on how to use the disc. And this is...
Pirelli's Milk Elixir.
Yes. And we think we identified one of the plants and maybe a second one. But we don't know what we would do with them once we had them, so...
Yeah.
I guess it's time to take our first customer then, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Our good
about
friend
the cat?
Simone. Long Meg. Sorry, I've not heard of it, but I'll keep an eye out for you in the library. As long as you can get me some Fever Kiss, that is. Too many late nights at the library are taking their toll. Let's see if our suspicions on Fever Kiss were correct. Yeah, an excellent start. We get a book entry.
We are playing on a super good record of success here.
Yeah. We got
Mountain
Mountain Astery. Promotes an aura of confidence and persuasiveness. The large cup-like flowers produce a stale, damp smell.
Large cups with a damp smell.
Indeed. Doesn't...
I have questions.
Large... So, let me open that picture, because that was a wild picture. Oh, you know, that might be a cross-section of stem. Which is
Yeah,
not
they're
that
getting-
helpful, but we do have some large cup-like flowers. It has a distinctive smell that reminds me of old books. Musty.
I don't know. Musty and stale damp. Not to mention, those are pretty big cups, I must say.
It's gotta be.
Think so?
I am fairly confident.
Alright.
How does it spell it?
I believe that's correct.
And so, we have to put it in the M's.
A mountainous story.
And where did our wandering Bew get to today? Oh, it's still in place. Fascinating.
It must move with the changing of the day.
And maybe we already took care of it before the stream ended.
Likely.
Alrighty.
It's like our 1 point of OCD here.
Yeah. Alright, let's do another. Hello, Mr. Postman. There's talk around town of a woman who wears a green mask made of jade.
So we've heard.
Yeah, she really freaks me out. There are all sorts of oddballs in Undermere, but that's certainly unusual.
Underwear?
Any
Beckfoot candle.
I want to say Beckfoot's a place on our map?
Oh, you know what? grab the disc.
Oh, it's the disc.
Yeah, grab this disc.
For sure. Okay.
Okay, so...
I believe the map has to be small. Or maybe it has to be big.
Well, it's got to be big anyway in order for me to read this.
Yeah.
Beckfoot is located G10.
There it is. So...
The candle is at 1 o'clock, and zeroing in on that square, it points to D12.
It points to D12. If we were going to be like, it's the one that the candle's literally on top of, it would be E11. But let's try D12 first, because that arrow is pretty convincing. Okay.
Hey, if we're wrong, it was simply an erroneous guess.
D12, you say?
You get it? Because arrow.
Oh, erroneous. The candle leads me east. Alright, enough.
Okay.
Leads me east of Wastwater. To the north, the mighty Scathell Pike grazes the sky, the tallest peak in England. The challenge beckons to me, perhaps another time. We
Coward.
get a plant for it, and it looks bananas.
Looks more like a prickly pear than a banana.
We
but
heard
okay.
something about a spiky pod, didn't we?
I believe so.
Let's archive this. put this back in our drawer. Spiky pod sounds familiar.
Yeah, so we might actually be able to identify this thing.
Alright, it's not Aguria because Aguria is the blue tufts.
Yep.
Is it Caldery?
Nope. Most certainly not.
Thin stem, small leaves. Nope. Is it Devil's Night Trap? Light, pleasant scent. Oh, we should ask it what it smells like. Well, we don't know because we're too wary of the spines.
It smells like the wariness of the spines.
Indeed. It's not Dranthanum because its leaves are not long and sharp.
No.
We already think we know Ember Soul, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if I were a farmer, I'd worry about this plant.
Farmer's Worry continues to be a mushroom.
It's a drug.
Henchuck, I know we have a suspicion for. Larkshine!
Absolutely Larkshine, 100%.
Spiny pods. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And let's see if we can find a place in the L's.
Yes, let's find a place in L for it.
Heh, a joke. Okay. All these shelves are getting so crowded. I wish I could do two things at once. Oh, get up there. Yeah, you guys budge up.
I think you can just shove the whole set to the right if you put the plant on the left of them.
You are probably correct.
Unless you're getting some kind of satisfaction out of touching every plant. I mean, some of those petals are awfully smooth. I'm not sure I could blame you for this.
Yeah, I don't love
Yeah.
splitting up the L's, but I think I'm willing. Okay.
Bless you.
Yeah, that's just me clearing my throat a bunch. So, next customer. Forest Bear, the hunter. I have been talking to people around town, trying to learn as much as I can about this beast that is rumored to have been seen in these parts. Oh, right, the guy who was brutally murdered up north.
Yep.
In the old world, they call this thing the Servant, but the people here seem to have forgotten that name.
Oh.
Except the group calling themselves the Seeds of Redemption. Oh, right, we accidentally joined a cult.
There was
They
no
have something
accident
I
about
did
it.
not expect, and they have made it clear that they want me to stay away from the Servant.
Right.
They seem to worship it. But I'm getting distracted. My Dranthium supplies are low. I need more.
Here, have some.
Indeed. Why is this here? I'm gonna have to double check my alphabetizing that nothing got messed up.
I still maintain there's at least one O too many.
I can change that if you like.
No, I'm not gonna do that to you.
Where's my Dranthium?
Something doesn't seem right here.
Do we not know that and we should? Oh. Interesting. Very
Well, now-
interesting.
I was gonna say, now might be a really good time to check your alphabet then.
Yeah.
Just in... Oh, there's something. Alright, so on the right side of shelf 2, the Dendra can go. Switch those.
What?
You have gilded after gray.
You're so right.
Yeah. It just got blurry on me right at that moment.
Yeah, because I scrolled the screen. It's like whatever was at the end gets put closer to the middle.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we need to, like, not tighten them so much.
I am also beginning to worry about that.
Alright, say let's start putting some of the others under the microscope.
Indeed. This has sort of long, sharp leaves. What do you have to say for yourself? Not a ton. It's not super helpful.
Eh.
Does anybody else suggest itself long, sharp, leaf-wise? Well, I guess long leaves. Okay, so that suggests itself a little.
Yeah, historically, if there's been that yellow tag next to a plant, we've had it. So by that logic, it's got to be one of these that we haven't tagged yet.
I'm gonna try this one first. It's the only one that mentioned its leaves.
I have a guess if that's not it.
That is not it.
Where's the one with the thin purpley tubes?
Thin purpley tubes? This guy?
No. I could have sworn we had one with like little pudgy. No, that's not it.
Especially because it's confirmed.
Yeah.
Got wild coals, got berries.
Damn it.
Astorian is
No.
very much red. But is this the guy you're thinking of?
No. Check all of the uncertains. Because I'm wondering, maybe there's a possibility we have one mislabeled. Uh-oh.
Huh.
We might. Long, thin leaves that bear surprisingly sharp edges, and the grass matches the general sketch on that page.
It does, but Embersoul produces flowers with many petals. Watch out for the leaves, they're razor sharp. It's not a bad guess, but it is a guess.
Based upon the hint,
It's worth trying at least.
I would say so. Give it a shot.
Oh,
Okay.
shit! Okay
So
then.
we did mislabel one. Alright.
We got the entry for palliance. Most plants offer a small improvement to air quality, but the palliance is in a class of its own. It is sometimes called sweet breath thanks to the freshness of the air in its vicinity. The many short leaves of this plant are thought to help filter toxins from the surrounding air.
I think we have a few that are in that appearance of leaves.
Indeed. Well,
That's our reality check. Keep diligent.
I'll be damned, but it stays in the same place.
Wow. All right. So about this palliance.
Yeah.
I see one right off the bat that's got leaves like that.
Which is the one that said it was sharp? This? No, it just said long. Okay. Palliance. We have this guy.
pleasant, fresh aroma. See, that right there, that kind of thing makes me think.
Yeah, it's not completely certain, but it's a pretty good guess.
Do we have any others with thin paired leaves like that? And let's see what they have to say about the smell.
Not as frequent as the drawing.
Yeah.
What about our yellows? Not even close. Not even close.
Matches the proximity about, but nothing about the smell. The
Well,
microscope.
it really should be an absence of smell. But I get their point. How can you really describe that? I guess I'm prepared to give it a yellow.
Yeah, the historical record at this point would suggest yellow is the right move. Even if we're wrong, it's a guess.
Indeed.
So right before the what's it called? The phallic phenet. That's
Uh-huh. Oh, we're running low on shelves.
it. Might I suggest a thought?
You can, but you're on thin ice from your thought from the last time.
Yes, I know, I know. I'm thinking at this point, just start making an absolute spread of which letters go on which shelves. This way, even though they're more spread apart, A, they won't get shoved around the next day because they're so close together, and B, we can always add to them and it'll be a long time before we overflow again. So, like, take any plants that we don't have categorized with any tag, shove them all to the bottom right. And then the rest of the shelves, say like A through D or E through G or whatnot. Like, actually give them spread this time.
And start putting them on the bottom, is your point.
Yeah. Yeah, so like at that point, so
we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So everything on the last 3 is gonna go on the bottom for now.
Right, so like make the underspace of one shelf some set of letters, or however you want to spread those out.
Yeah, once they're all down here, I'll start. Well, I suppose there's no better time to arrange them than putting them down the first time.
So like W through Z, S through V. And like this can be tweaked a lot easier than any system we've done up to this point. Yeah, I mean, shit like that. We'll just have to make do with what we have.
Horrific. Terrible.
I know.
Okay, and then we can start spreading these out. So we can have your J's and K's, probably your H's too. I find this very soothing, but I imagine it's not super fun to watch if I can't think of anything to say about it.
I mean, I'm good with it. I'm actually enjoying watching the process. And general consensus about having an audience is fuck them, so who
Great
cares?
point. So. Let's put our F's and G's.
How do you feel about refining and implanting this new system?
Is that just a excuse to use the word implanting? Because it's not really what the word means.
Yes, it was.
You could do better than that.
Yes, I can. Would you really want me to, though?
Yes, I would challenge you to find a real excuse.
Okay. I like implants. I mean, do I need an excuse to say that?
Do we count that as being better?
I wouldn't blame you if you said no.
I don't know, dude.
Well, I'd say next time we do this, I'll just pull up the trivia game, but the general idea here is that
we'll never have to do it again.
Right.
That being said, that was the idea.
Anyway.
That was the idea the last time too.
Well, we knew there was gonna be inordinate amounts of grinding in that last game.
I mean, I thought that I didn't know how many more of these we were gonna get. I thought there was a chance that that would have lasted us the rest of the time.
Eh. I mean, there's not much left. I still have the save file on the sim. Just in case we ever needed it again.
Okay.
Alright. Feel
Then-
better?
I don't know. It depends on how long this lasts us.
Well, let's find out. We have 9 unaccounted for.
Reuben Ward, I crept around Blackcomb 2 nights ago in the pitch black.
Why?
That eyebright is some potent stuff. I could see clear as day. Up on the fell, I found a shallow pit full of skulls. Some deer, fox, badger, and some human. There was an eerie silence about the place, and every part of me was screaming to get out of there. Back down on the flat, I heard a terrible noise, like an axe maker's whetstone, but unmistakably animal.
What?
High on the ridgeline, I saw a cowled woman wearing a jade mask watching me. Beside her, something dark, inhuman, and bloody huge. I don't mind admitting that I'm out of my depth on this one. I'll need to speak to Verona again. While I'm here, I'll grab some wild coal for my pounding head.
Coming up.
You've been out drinking too, if you'd seen what I did. Let's see if we're correct. We were.
We were desperate for a victory after that last one, and we got it.
Norwood. A bite of the crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face, an unpleasant sensation accompanied by sharp focus. It is claimed that Norwood releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing up only under unnatural light.
Oh, sure. So they give us the fucking spores as the sketch. Let's check the page of this new plant.
Well, okay, spores, right? Probably. Well, they do say plant. Do they call any of the mushrooms plants? Oh, that's a mushroom. They said the word mushroom. Now I need to find another mushroom to look at. You're a mushroom. Fungus. Flowers, fungus. Okay, so if it was a fungus, they would say fungus, which means it's not a mushroom, because they say roots of the plant.
There's a fungus among us.
Unnatural light. Is your light unnatural?
I
Oh.
mean,
Oh! Check that shit out!
correct me if I'm wrong, but that wasn't doing that before.
It sure wasn't. Tell me about yourself.
Magnify.
Oh, it even does it over here. Although not as well. Yeah, that rules. I think this is it.
I'll buy it.
This game rocks. Come, Norwood.
Come, Wood.
Alrighty.
So,
our
have
bell.
ideas.
I guess it's a time for another customer, right?
I think so. Ring
Emily
the bell.
Costigan. Well, this looks like the right place. I
That's
don't want to
what
have to
you're
traipse all over the way to Red Pike, so hopefully you've got what I'm after.
at. Okay.
It's a non-flowering plant with smallish leaves, and it seems to grow mostly on Red Pike. At least that's the only place I've found it.
I hate people like you who ask for this kind of shit.
We have a clue. I just don't remember what it is. Great Gable. Greysdale Forest, Rustland. Kentmere Eye. Hi. Huh.
May I see the table of contents, please? Common Trouse rings a bell for a Red Pike connection.
How did you do that?
Memory.
Wow. Extremely impressive.
I had to sit here and think for over a minute, so I hope you appreciate this if it's right.
That's really, really impressive.
I can feel my brain frying thinking back that far.
Yeah, but like, to me, thinking and remembering are different skills.
The way I was brought up, one was a skill within the other.
Huh. It's Verona. Poor Ruben, he looks a little worse for wear this morning. He took it hard when his wife died and never did quite give up the drink.
Oh, man.
I think I know what ritual was performed at the stone circle.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
It all adds up. It was a summoning spell.
Is that right?
Someone called to something across the void and tried to bring it here. And with the state of that body all torn to shreds, I'd say they succeeded. And then the Gilded Dendra. That really got me thinking. I found this in Dr. Worthing's bestiary. A little light reading for you. I'm headed to Greasdale Forest again. The Sisterhood will know more.
Why do I feel like there's nothing light about this?
It has many names. Some call it the Woken Dendra, believing it to be related in some way to the deadly Gilded Dendra plant. Others call it the Night Stalker, the Miasma, or the Dread, but the most common name for it in the Shires is the Servant. You'll have heard of it in children's songs such as Keep the Fire Burning and Servant and Master, and there are hints of it in the older... Stop it. In the older stories, but nobody alive has seen it in the flesh. It is said that the dead ground northeast of Tebe, where nothing grows but black digitatus mortis, where nothing but black digitatus mortis grows, was caused when the Servant last walked our lands hundreds of years ago.
Tibet.
I don't know about you, but that sounds like a plant clue.
No, next question. How far northeast?
Good question. Hey,
Alright, so
One
first clue
moment,
is...
please. I have to do a cell phone chore.
Yeah.
Haha. Okay, there was that. And there's this. Okay. Tebe. Northeast of Tebe.
Yeah, first things first, let's find it.
Good news, it's all the way in the northeast corner, so we don't have a ton of choices.
Indeed not. The range goes from A32 to B33. I would suggest the direct northeast first, which would be B32.
Me too. The wide area of blackened ground here is known to the locals as Dead Man's Field. Dark mushrooms protrude from the soil like fingers reaching out from the grave. Johnny, ooh.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, fingers. That's what we should call them.
I mean, certainly some other phallic description would not be appropriate.
They're finger shaped. It's fingers. It's definitely.
Look at the caps, though.
Sick ass nail job.
I see.
Extremely very cool and definitely fingers.
So,
For sure.
what mushrooms have we got unaccounted for here? Too short.
Yep, definitely a hand. I mean, if you had that many together, it would probably be roughly reminiscent of hand.
I did not commit to memory which of these were mushrooms.
I think that might be the only one we have. Everything else we have guesses for. Well, except for Calderry. Or maybe we do have Calderry. No.
What was that we were just on? Timbury or...
Trimblehuff?
Trimblehuff.
Oh, Devil's Nightcap. Hang on. Nope. You would think it would be, what it looks like.
So are we saying no to Trimblehuff?
Trimblehuff described itself as a plant.
Okay.
And everything else...
So we got nothing for this, huh?
We have nothing for this. But we can put this in our archive. And I believe that's the end of the day.
Yep.
Hey, Kuro.
Yeah?
Could
Hi,
you
Kuro.
make that hot chocolate for me?
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Every day she attentively followed the teachings of the Arda. Every day she patiently performed the tasks given to her. Every day thoughts of the book itched away at the back of her mind.
Oh, wait out.
Aw, ain't that sweet.
Yes, my wife is great.
Yes, she is.
So, are we gonna go mad now that we possess this book? I think it's the plant identification book.
Possibility.
You fucking better be magic, dude. Yay!
A secret uncovered is a secret no more. 2 miles north of Foxfield.
Yep.
That's a real hard fucking font to read.
Yeah.
Foxfield. Searching.
As am I.
Located. M11. Set course for K11. 2 north,
Oh
right?
yeah, look at that. 1, 2. 3 ravens circle above, their caws and croaks cleaving the silence. An omen. I take what I came for and leave.
Both the ravens, nevermore.
Look at this silly thing.
That's a lot of petals.
Yeah, what's... Buddy, what are you doing?
So, how did this affect our organization?
It pushed some stuff apart, but this is actually not a bad gap.
So, jagged leaves. There's a couple good descriptive hints here.
That's many petals.
And that's jagged. Close enough.
It's certainly
Maybe.
worth a yellow.
I'm a lot more confident about this one for Embersoul.
I don't know, I liked it before.
Well, I did too, the original guess, but that the petals on the cross section and looking at that bulb,
Yep.
that blue, really make me more confident about this one.
Alrighty. Then I will ding the bell. Hello, Mr. Chafer. One for your librarian friend today. Oh, maybe Simone found something for us.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And
It's
refilled our will just in case we didn't have it. In reference to your question the other day about Long Meg, I'm afraid I do not have an answer, but Calder Abbey has a wealth of knowledge on local lore. If you ever go there, the monks will request a plant from you, but they won't tell you what they want, a sort of test. They've never allowed me to look in through their stacks. Simone. Okay.
I am prepared to test my memory if needed.
Yeah, I'd love to see you try. I have no guesses.
We're not going to know until we go there and get asked the question.
The question is not just going to be, give it to me?
I don't know. I'm not going to know that until we get there. But I mean, that's been really the only question that's been asked of us, is give me a plant. So, I have no reason to think this is going to be any different.
Could it be Bishop's Parasol? Because it's about a bishop.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Could it be... Jacob's Worth? Because there's a Jacob in the Bible that people talk about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be... Could it be Solomon's Scepter? Same reason.
You're thinking on the religious track, huh?
I'm thinking, yes. Could it be... Worryless? Because... Calder Abbey. I am not prepared to go reading the descriptions of every single one of these.
That's fair enough.
Or at least not on
So,
stream, because it would be
Connor,
it would be a silent me reading 20 minutes.
yeah, for which you'd have to focus, so no trivia.
Correct. Calder Abbey's all the way up
Connor
here.
Abbey C3, set a course.
A small window opens within a much larger oak door. From darkness within, a voice proclaims, "Only a friend may enter." Bella.
A friend. A friend of whom, I wonder?
Speak, friend, and enter. Psychic visions. Surroundings in darkness and stomach pain. Hypothermia. Skin rashes. Peace in the afterlife. Shielding effect. Dark magic, but maybe not. Open locks. Eye strain. Rejuvenation effect, but it sucks. Kills you. Oh, but also fevers and poisons. Oh, even got the marshmallows. Awareness levels.
Marshmallows are good.
Antidote to killing you. Protective properties. Given as an offering to deities in return for sanctuary.
That's an interesting thought.
Bookmark Ember Soul in your mind.
Right.
Venom and pain.
Not a
Improve
chance.
eyesight. Strength for short periods. Energy boost. Sleeping drafts. Friendship between strangers.
I like that.
Can we just try this one now? We're only on F.
Let's have it. Contract of friendship, and he said friend.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, had we not identified that, but we made it purple? Oops.
I don't think so, because the 3 question marks like we just saw, those have typically been associated with plants that we've previously identified.
Well, it's already lavender, and we just got rewarded for it, so I did an oopsie at some point.
I don't think so. I'm saying that based on the 100% record of 3 question marks asking for plants that we had already identified.
But we got a reward. Do you think it's like more for plot reasons than identification reasons?
I suspect so.
Sheep snap. The sheep snap is thought to bring good fortune when prepared correctly. The green seed pods of the sheep snap have a hard. That's really hard to say when you're congested. Have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant bulbs of Bayonne. Do we have anything green seed pods? Not really. No, those are just the leaves.
I do not see anything well qualified.
Yeah, me neither. And anyway, the hatch snaps shut and the oak door swings inward slowly without a sound. I am ushered in by a man wearing a plain brown robe. He nods silently when I ask about Longmeg and leads me through the abbey to a small library filled with scrolls and books. Without a word, he pauses for a moment, surveying, before selecting a scroll and handing it to me. And it says, regarding Longmeg, there is a stone circle north of Undermere. According to local legend, some hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years ago, a witch known as Long Meg lived nearby along with her daughters. They were wild, godless people who practiced evil magic, until one night they went too far and Meg and her daughters were turned to stone. The tall stone that stands apart from the main circle is called Long Meg by the locals.
A stone circle north of Undermere.
I think Undermere is where we are, but it's gotta be on the map, right?
No doubt.
So, our clue is start at Longmeg, south 3, east 2. So,
first things first, Undermere.
Undermere
And
is
let's go
here.
stone
Yeah, babe.
G22.
Everybody how excited our dog is.
And once again, how far north?
No. A stone circle.
Sit.
Stone circle.
Sit. Do nice.
There isn't.
Do
Oh, the
nice.
daughters.
Girl.
Oh, hello. Sure, set a course.
And so
It says-
south 3, 1, 2, 3, east 2, 1, 2. Let's try this one.
D27.
The river is in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks with a melodic gurgle. Among the tall grasses that line the riverbank is a much more unusual looking flower. Hell yeah.
Nice work, Wit. That looks downright depressing.
Yeah. And the clue
Has been satisfied.
seems
So
to
is the
call
letter.
it golden light.
Alright. Do we have an entry of golden light in the book?
No, we do
I don't
not.
think we do.
Do we put a tag on it anyway?
I think we've just found the proper situation for a red tag.
That we're pretty fucking sure, but we just haven't gotten the
Right,
game confirmation.
right.
Alright, then this gets archived finally, and this gets archived. Excellent.
And something else gets archived. Look. There's a check mark on one of the letters down there. I'm wondering if seeing those lit up pods is what gave us that check mark.
Oh, it could be. Excellent.
Shall we?
Indeed, let's get another customer. Verona's back. The Sisterhood are trying my patience again.
Oh, really?
If the old Arda was around, but she's not. They've kept secrets for hundreds of years. If there was ever a time to share them, it is now. They know of a way to defeat this servant, some ritual or weapon or something, but their stubborn pride won't bring them to ask for help. Well, I won't sit idly by and do nothing. I better have a little chat with this new Arda. And I think I'll take some mountain astery with me.
You got it. Coming up. She told us a mountainous story, now we'll give her a mountain astery.
I gotta know what she's about to do to this lady.
It looks more like a self-boost than it does an enemy drain.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
Way!
And we get Weeping Bell, a plant that is believed by many to lead to gold. You'll have about as much luck searching for the end of the rainbow. The soft, frilled leaves can soothe insect bites and stings. It's also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope.
Okay, so it's technically called a weeping bell. I don't know, I think Bellsprout is cuter and Victory Bell is much more powerful. But anyway.
I like Weeping Bell. It's so stupid.
And you know what? It's making me want to do the original Snap.
That is in the original Snap, isn't it?
It is. You knock it into the pool of water and it evolves in the cave level. I would so love to do that with Kuro if she wants to make that one of the N64 things she does.
I'm sure she would. She likes that game a lot. Jesus, what's wrong with your whole deal?
Wow.
I've finished the designs you have asked me to work on. Be very careful unwrapping these. Some of the glasswork is quite delicate, and I've taken great care transporting them. I don't think I know what he's talking about. My lab equipment is finally here. I will now be able to brew elixirs using ingredients from my plants. Hell yeah!
So that answers what we do with that letter with the 3 sketches on it.
Indeed. Hello? Oh, rad.
Fatal fungi and their antidotes.
Well, I've never even heard of spring wax cap. But I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I think we have book entries for 4 out of these 5.
Now, do we try to make this now, or do we wait until we have a cause?
The challenge happy part of my brain really wants to try this, but
I'm curious to see if getting it wrong increases our dread meter.
I'm utterly certain that it would count as a strike.
I'm not.
But nothing ventured, nothing gained, am I right?
The wandering view has wandered. Not far,
Which is-
thankfully. So I think we thought maybe winter boar for the spiky one. But we've gotten some plants since. Could be mellow glow. I guess it could be Butterdale, although the puff in the center doesn't seem to be the right size.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's see all of the plants that have at least 8 petals. The ring around the center bulb is turning me off from that one.
Indeed.
It looks a little puffier. What about Eyebright?
What about Eyebright?
Okay,
That's
looks
pretty convincing.
pretty good. And it's got the right number of petals for the sketch. I counted 9, both sides. So what about the 5? What about the 5ers? We just got Palliance this session, right? I think that's got 5 petals.
You want to move on to the next one?
I just wanna take a look at that one. I have Eyebright in my head, but we can circle back once I have this thought satisfied.
It does have 2 little doingers.
That convinces me pretty strongly for number 2.
And we had one that we were pretty sure of for number 3. I just don't recall what it is off the top of my head.
It was another 5er with almost heart-shaped petals by the looks of it.
Like a hibiscus, almost.
Yeah. Was that it? That red one down there? St. John's Poppy?
It's got no doingers.
There's no cleft chin either.
You've got doingers. I think it's this.
So do I.
So,
Do we want to try this?
I do.
Alright, so that's that guy, whatever it is, and Palliance, and Eyebright.
Hey!
That's
Huh.
good.
I wonder if it always works.
But do we know for sure that it's... Hello? Checkbox, or check mark.
That's pretty convincing. Where did they put my Palliance? That's strange. The Eyebright went to the right place. Maybe because it was added last. And then you... Alright. Very well. So, where
Alright,
are we
so the
gonna...
elixir's right there, yep. That's a good question. Can we label it?
We sure can.
Alright, so we're running on the yellow theory that that's Balok's elixir.
Indeed.
And if we do get a solid, recipe for it, then we can identify any plants we haven't positively identified off it.
Good point. That's very cool. This game rules.
This is really awesome. That's
This-
a cool new element.
This game slaps.
Mm.
It slaps, it rules, it bops. Hello, Bethany. The new Arda wouldn't like me being here, but the forest is danger.
How so?
I spoke with Verona Green earlier. It's bad. If the Dendru has awoken, then it will come for us. You must place an offering at the altar of Arduina.
If you say so. Just a visual diagram, huh?
Yeah. Well, they both have crosses, so I guess it's churches near a mountain and a river.
Is there any magic on this note?
No, sir.
Apparently not.
Well, first of
Alright,
all, I have to double check what plant it is that you offer to the Arduina. It's this. It's Caldery. We don't know what Caldery is.
Right. Well, now would be the time to fashion a guess, and I see one that might qualify.
I think this is pretty promising. Right?
Given the plot-driven circumstances, I'll buy it. Let's mark it yellow and see what happens.
Alright, now let's take a look at our map. So we're looking for 2 churches and 2 mountains.
Let's bring that card up to view real quick.
We're also looking for a river.
Oh, I wish I had a river.
That I could
You know
skate
the
away
song, right?
on.
Yes, you do. Okay. So,
I guess I can't guarantee that they're churches, but like, right?
I have a guess. Check Rusland at L18. I would purport that to be the south end of the paper, if you look around that region from that perspective.
Uh-huh.
That being said, the clue marking appears to be at
Oh.
I-19.
That would make sense because Griesdale Forest is where the convent is.
Set a course.
It seems Beth has been able to keep her fellow sisters away from this part of the forest, for now at least. The trees are thick here, old too. The altar seems to belong here, as much a part of the forest as the gnarled trunks and twisting roots. I must place an offering to the goddess Arduina. Embersoul or Caldery.
We have yellow marks on both, and
Why Embersoul?
one of them gives us a clue. The other one, I suspect, is dead wrong. I'm pretty certain now that our Embersaw marking is correct, but it is not the plant we want to use here.
Yeah, I think Caldery is very much...
We want the Caldery for sure. It's Arduina's. Yeah.
Alright, well, we're
Right.
correct about what it was. We get a book entry.
Hooray.
For Evulum. The scent it produces is considered overpowering by some, but it is said to stimulate the senses and rejuvenate aching bones. Evulum has many short, pretty leaves.
Which would suggest to me that the magnifying glass will say something about the scent.
Indeed.
But first things first, Caldery is now purple.
Oh, you're absolutely right. It turns out I like archiving. Many short, pretty leaves.
Do we have anything resembling that.
I forgot that Wild Coal got confirmed. He wanted it for something.
Yeah.
That doesn't really say overpowering to me.
No, and I don't think it would say overpowering and pleasant as a connecting point. I'd leave that as Palliance.
There was something that is like way. But it doesn't look anything like it. And they tend to not use the same word in both clue and descriptor.
Yeah, the leaf structure is wrong.
Yeah, there's like nothing about it other than the fact that it smells strongly, but lots of plants do.
I'm going to say that we don't have it. I mean, it's got a lot of leaves, but the tip of those branches are also leaves rather than any bloom.
Well, it's florets. There are lots of little flowers that make up a cone. And the meek dew, I believe, specifically mentions lots of little flowers, which is why we called it that. I'm not 100% sold on meek dew.
I am, based on the look of each of the
Yeah.
each of the
Yeah, I don't think we have it.
Alright, let's move on then.
Who's next? Natalie Cooper. I'm being harassed by loonies shouting about the redemption, saying they're about going to set it free, whatever the hell that means. Yeah, us too.
Yeah.
Well, they can take their seeds of whatever woken something or other nonsense and stick it where the sun don't shine. Hell yeah, lady.
That's awfully topical. Woken something or other.
I'm not joining their damn cult. I just want to tend my garden in peace.
Yeah.
I'm looking for some larkshine to drive them away if they ever come round again.
Well, we think we have it. We do have it.
Lyle of Neptune. Also called Truthsayer, this plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. These sparsely petaled pale flowers give off a strong scent.
All this time I thought eating someone was the way to get them to tell the truth.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think we've got that either. It was a pretty distinct drawing.
I am not convinced by anything I see.
We've had this confirmed. Mountain Astery.
Yeah, we have.
And Norwood is as good as confirmed, because, like, Jesus, what else is going to do that? But I will wait. Yeah, I don't think we've got that either. What a wild-looking plant.
I agree. Shall we sleep?
Yeah.
Or rather, they'll sleep. We'll tell stories.
I wouldn't mind sleeping. Oh, I have to click on the cards, that's right. Oh!
In time, she learned that the Sisterhood had secrets. Or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out deliberately? She wasn't sure. But by now, she knew what she wanted, and she would do anything to get it. 902, 803. Those must be mountain heights.
Oh. Yeah. Brilliant.
Dawn of the 11th day.
Chum chum. Give me this.
Alright, let's find us a 902. I see a 902 at Bowfell. And sure enough, there's the 803 right where prescribed. Let's focus on the triangles and Set a course for E16.
The impressive ridgeline of the Crinkle Crag stretches across the full width of my vision. Days like today are worth being alive for. A colorful plant stands out amongst the moss. You certainly don't look like something that should grow in England, but then again, a lot of these things don't.
That's, comment.
It's a little bit of both, isn't it?
It sure is.
Little of column A, little of column B, making its own completely delightful third thing.
I like all of column B.
The
I'm in the
leaves,
mood to help you, dude.
the leaves feel smooth and soft underneath. The large stamen seems to be the source of that acerbic odor.
You're not
Yeah.
helping, microscope.
Yeah.
Yay for science.
Acerbic odor, you say?
I'm not convinced by the leaf.
No, I got
The leaf of the shapes. That's it. The leaf of the shape.
I got distracted by the word vinegar, but I realized they're not actually talking about the plant there.
Right.
Oh, farmer's worry continues to be a mushroom. Evulun looks crazy. Embersoul we're pretty confident about. Henshuck we're pretty confident about. We just saw Muktu and that can't be it.
It's not Lyle of Neptune either. How many book entries do we have now anyway?
1,000.
There's 18. There's 18 on a page. 1, 2, 3 pages thus far. 56.
Is that true?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, first page I would assume also has 18, like these 2 pages do a piece. Plus times 3 is 54. Plus 2 is 56.
Still not a Guria. We've had that for a long time.
Yeah. I do not have a guess at this.
Yeah, I don't think we have this yet.
It's not a weeping bell.
No, Weeping Bell is the golden light, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, look at it. It's got a big mouth like a weeping bell.
I admit I did want to click on that too. But that would be a wild thing for these game designers to do. If like, you know what we should touch on is what a Pokemon looks like.
Yeah.
George Campbell. My old man reckons there's a plant what can find pots of gold buried underground. Don't know what it's called, but I bet you do. Tell you what, when I'm rich, I'll throw a share of gold your way.
Well, partner, have I got just the thing for you. Have a weeping bell. Now we have full confirmation.
Lesser Meridoc. The round flower head of the Meridoc is made up of smaller yellow florets. A single drop of the strong-smelling sap from this plant can utterly drain a person's mental faculties, rendering them slow and uncomprehending.
Hugo!
Yeah, maybe that's what happened. And
He wandered a country too far and well,
oh, you know what? I never moved it away from being called Golden Light.
Small yellow florets, huh?
We ain't got no small yellows.
What color is the bulb in the middle of that deep blue one?
In the middle of the deep blue one. This
Third
guy?
from the right. No, third from the right.
It's
From
like...
the right, not the left.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say it's yellowy.
I'm not. No.
I can't even remember what we're looking for.
That was the
Lesser
Lesser
Meridoc.
Meridoc. No, I am not convinced by that. And
It's definitely not yellow.
can we see your original thought? The one with the big yellow ejaculating volcano looking thing?
No, because it doesn't make any sense. It's
Yeah,
also not yellow florets. It has a crazy sort of tuber or
Yeah,
ball.
the stamen's wrong too.
Yeah.
Alright.
We have no choice but to press on. Ennis Aylford. Oh, the cultist! I have a task for you that would greatly aid the seeds of redemption.
Do you?
One of the Dreyer is in town, and we know he's paid you a visit already, no doubt feeding his habit. We suspect he's here to hunt the Dendru.
Okay.
If he returns, give him some of this. Well, wouldn't you know?
So, what about yellow florets?
Yeah, right?
That is, with absolutely zero doubt, Lesser Meridoc.
Now, we still have to call this yellow, huh?
Yes.
What I don't intend to do is give it to the man. Because I personally am on his side.
Well, I'm sure that's going to present itself as a choice between two plants. From the mechanics I've seen thus far, that's my deduction and my guess.
Oh my gosh, do you think this game has multiple endings? Because all of the other choices...
Strong possibility.
I'm heading out on the road again, but before I leave, I wanted to store some valuables in a safe. I don't trust myself to remember the combination, and I certainly don't trust myself to write it down anywhere and not lose it.
So that's our job?
I think this is where you come in. I think he's going
I was afraid of that. Okay, so...
What was it said to do? A potent aid to memory.
You drink it to ensure that they will never forget. So, if that is... I'm sure enough.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yay!
Alright, so we have the right plants, but...
And we get the spring wax cap, an edible mushroom with some mild medicinal properties. When dried and eaten, it can help relieve pain.
The last of the 5 mushrooms listed on the antidotes document.
That was an antidote for the wax cap, though. What do you mean sometimes fatal?
The wax cap is the poisonous thing. The hop hard boiled in vinegar is the antidote.
One of these is lying.
I don't know, the book has not steered us wrong yet, which makes me wonder.
Why would it be fatal?
Possible to overdose, I guess? That's assuming that's even true, but anyway, let's see our unidentified supply.
We certainly have mushrooms, but none of them look like this.
I agree. No guess.
That's really weird.
I'm choosing to continue maintaining faith in our performance.
Huh. Alright, let's move on. Mary Holmes. I'm looking for something specific. A very unusual looking fungus that takes me back to my childhood with its wonderful smoky smell.
I do remember this. Let me think.
I'm just gonna start looking at all our mushrooms. Unpleasant odor. Not really. It doesn't say anything about a smell.
Think. Smoke. Fire. Do we have something called sandfire? It may not be the first word.
No, but I kind of know what you're talking about.
Gray sandfire. Try that. Check the book first.
I thought we agreed that that was some sort of bark.
Maybe, but there's your smoky scent.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you. I was really struggling with that one. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, I just kind of thought because of the use of the word bark that it would count as a plant and not. But they're very careful to not say.
Oh, that felt good.
Simone! Another visit.
Hi, Simone. What's up?
Oh my goodness, Hellbore, you haven't been getting enough food? That's terrible. Whatever will become of you?
Are you insinuating we mistreat our pussy?
My mother's had me looking into this servant creature for you, but I'm afraid I've not been getting anywhere. It's strange. I'm sure I've seen some reference to it before, but I'm drawing a blank when I try to find anything. I think Lord Fremont's archives would be a good place to look.
Can you point us there?
I was going to post this to you, but I was in town anyway, so I thought I'd drop it off in person.
Oh, thank you.
That and sneak in some Hellbore hugs. That's very cute.
That is cute.
I've not been getting anywhere looking through my collection in Ambleside for any mention of the servant, but Lord Fremont's archives at Muncaster are home to many ancient and esoteric scrolls covering a wide variety of subjects. It might be worth a visit. Simone.
Muncaster.
Can I have a tissue?
While you're blowing your nose, I'll search.
You could have just given me the tissue then, you weirdo.
Located I-8.
I follow Fremont's manservant deep into the vaults of the castle. 2 hours later, I have still found no mention of the servant. On the verge of giving up, a name grabs my attention, the Woken Dendru. Didn't Verona say that was another name for the servant? The Woken Dendru is loyal to the summoner, who becomes its master and can bend its terrible power to their will. The servant is assumed to be immortal, since it has no known vulnerabilities, but that does not mean that it cannot be defeated. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Black Combe, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak, and the Dendru was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants were required for the ritual, the specific plants are not known.
So 5 plants to whatever this is. There are 5 plants on the chemist's paper. Could those be the 5 involved in this ritual?
All of the mushrooms?
I mean,
Would they call them plants? I am almost more inclined to say it's these symbols carved on the desk.
That's possible too. We've already used them to unlock the
It's true.
secret drawer. I mean, it's a possibility that I am not prepared to deny at this point.
Let me throw this tissue away. Show me your crazy centipede man.
He's still cooking.
You can't even see it?
He just.
Oh. Godspeed.
This is the thing that rips him apart. Ugh.
That's fucked up. Okay. I'm sure we will get more clues.
Yeah, let's move on.
John All. Norwood, please. I find it's the only thing that can keep me from nodding off on the night shift.
Coming up.
Yeah, I'd love to turn this purple. We
And now we
did
can.
it.
And what else have we got?
Daisy Duck. A simple potion that will grant courage can be brewed from the leaves. It is said that ancient warriors would take it before going into battle.
I know of at least one unidentified plant that
Has leaves like that?
is worth a look.
That's...
Not enough.
I
not
don't know.
enough. I don't know. There's three.
Oh, good point.
There are
And
three protrusions on the leaves. These document 5.
and it's consistent. There's always 3. So yeah.
As for the others here, I am going to say no guess. Unless you think you've got something marked yellow that might qualify
Oh.
for this.
Always worth looking at. No.
I'm not seeing anything.
Alright, we might as well end the day.
Yep. I'm loving these puzzles.
Sorry, let me send a one-word text. Here we go. The first letter of the Latin name of the plant known as golden light. The number on the petals on a lucky caballia flower.
When her chance finally came, she did not hesitate even for a moment. Afterwards, when the artist was dead, she felt only elation. Years after she had first laid eyes on the book, she had what she needed. And that moon is getting really full, so I wonder how close we are to plot.
Damn.
The first letter of the Latin name of a plant known as golden light. The number of petals on a lucky caballia flower.
It'll give us a quadrant or a coordinate.
Yeah, we're gonna need some reference material there.
Well, the golden light's easy. That's Weeping Bell. We've talked about it a ton. And so it's Latin name. Did you know I'm getting a very slight echo through you?
I was not aware. Stand by.
Here I am, standing.
Dropping. Now I'm gonna have to look over at the camera.
Yes, hello? I'm not
And wait
actually
for you to-
standing.
Oh, okay.
Do you think I would stand up, a person like me? Are you crazy?
I know, but I had to. Dropping volume to 90. Testing.
That's a great
Check 1,
question.
2. Check
I
1, 2.
kind of still hear it. It's not bothering me that much.
Dropping to 80%.
No, come back.
90.
And now he's at 90.
2.
Yeah, leave it there. It's fine.
Okay.
I've stopped caring.
Good enough.
Anyway, the letter is L.
I was not paying any attention to the Latin.
The letter is L.
So, of
And
course, for L6.
no, 7 is the lucky one. Caballias almost always contain 6, finding 7 is lucky.
Oh, is that what the card says?
A lucky caballia flower.
Correction, set course for L7.
L. 7. Click.
That is
I amble through meadowland, stopping every so often to examine any wildflowers that catch my eye. Buttercups, daisies, cowslips, red clover, knapweed, cat's ear, and hidden among them something new for my collection.
Couple new things.
Indeed.
Ah,
I am, the paired
That's
leaves are promising.
that's Evulum right there. No question.
Well, a little question. We'll see. Tell me about yourself. Somewhat pungent.
Fucking astute.
Considering overpowered by some. Yeah, I'm willing to yellow that.
Yep.
That's a real bummer in cursive, huh?
A little bit. More depressing to think that there are kids out there who wouldn't even know how to read that.
I don't know.
No.
Are you, like, really aching to use cursive?
Cursive is my standard calligraphy.
Really?
Yep. Always has been since I learned it.
This is a really useless description.
Although it's actually the third alphabet that I learned to write in my time. The second being what they used to call manuscript. I don't know what the official name is, but like the regular English letters kind of deal. And I'm sure it won't surprise you to know that the first alphabet I learned to write was SGA from Commander Keen.
I see. In general, I think people just call that print.
I can still read it to this day, which is pretty amazing.
You're a strange man.
And that's kind of why we do this, because of my strangeness.
I suppose that's true.
Alright, so... I am... not convinced enough.
I would want more of them to be pointing down. They're down-ish. But that's the closest I can find. Okay, the last page is all done.
Is that enough to... Is that enough to yellow, you think?
No, I don't feel great about it.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm gonna say no guess for right now. It kind of pains me to say it, but I'm not gonna jump off the bridge.
Indeed.
Not off this bridge, at least.
Verona. The sisterhood was attacked last night. Bethany is dead. No!
That's
Along with 13 others. Those damn fools with all their secrets. No amount of pleading with them could get them to see sense, but through blind luck we have been left with a slender hope in this fight.
Who needs sense when they have dollars out there?
Sister Charlotte managed to escape the slaughter with the one thing that could help in the fight against the servant. Trust no one.
I just saw the dirty look you gave the camera to that one.
Keep it hidden, but get it open.
Just how are we to do that?
Well, you see, we have a plant that's job is to open locks. Ta-da!
Nicely done.
So the little note says, follow the Duddon tributary to its source. And then this is, I believe, all of the plants we're going to need in puzzle form. First is the corpse's friend, a reminder. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. Third is the fearbringer. Fourth, to lift a curse. Last, a petal to secure black blood's reverse. I know a couple of these off the top of my head.
Alright.
But let's go do the tributary thing.
The Duddon tributary to its source.
Here's the tributary, because this is the River Duddon.
Yeah.
Which would be I guess K11? Gosh, that's borderline. It's K11 or it's K10.
You said to its source, right?
Oh, things flow to rivers, not from them. Then it would be L13. And it says, I've never seen this plant before, and here it is, growing in abundance.
Excellent deduction. Oh, there's some downward action.
Yeah. Although I think that had very obvious stamen, the one we're looking for. Tell me about yourself. A somewhat damp smell, dark red flowers.
Yeah, the one we wanted had a penis. One single penis just sticking out of the
Although that was probably the pistil, if it's just the one single long one, which is more the equivalent of the vagina.
Well, I mean, I've never caught it that before, but I'll take your word for it.
You continue to be a mushroom. You have too many petals. You don't have a seed pod. You seem to have straight petals.
Yeah, that's not it.
I don't think we have this either! Arrgh.
This is getting frustrating. We now are up to 10 unidentified plants.
Arrgh.
We were down to 6 at one point. Now look what happened.
Do you think we can do all of this already? I think we should go to the next customer, because like...
I agree. I don't wanna drill down just yet.
And plus our elixirs can only be made with 3, so I think we need the actual plants.
I agree.
You don't go in clues? Alright, fine. Be that way. Hello, Mr. Schaefer. They're saying the Sisterhood has been attacked.
So we've heard.
Don't know much more than that, but those Seed of Redemptionists have got all excited about it. There's a bunch of them chanting outside Pulliver's right now.
You stay safe out there.
Indeed. Foxfield Trident.
That's another stone puzzle.
It must be. Give a quick once over. Nothing. Foxfield Trident. Foxfield Trident.
We found Foxfield once before.
Indeed. Do you remember where? Oh, there it is.
No, but I see it. M11, and the trident is pointing at 10 o'clock, landing on.
It looks
Set a course for Doggyland.
This looks like K8, doesn't it? Look at where on the top it declares what quadrant I'm hovering over. They're not quadrants.
Set a course to visit Kate. How's that?
From Foxfield, the trident points me in the direction of some foothills northwest of the Swinside Stone Circle. A faint path leads me over a ridge and into a dell. Here a plant thrives, sheltered from the wind. Hey, look at those fibers.
I do see fibers.
Looks a lot like palliance, but the petals are rounded and not hibiscus shaped.
Right.
And they've got the 5s. So that's a pretty convincing argument for... Is it you?
Magnify.
I mean, it's gotta be.
I'm highly convinced.
I am too. Whoops.
So Daisy Dukes. Or Daisy Dock, sorry. Yes, let's wear these flowers.
Much like the fig leaf.
Surely, well, I don't think Daisy Dukes go there.
They don't not.
Although I can't say I've ever hanged one off of it, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, it's still the same rough place that it's covering, and not much else. Alright. Forest of Air. I'm going to Blackcomb.
I strongly suggest you don't.
I will kill this servant. My people have a saying, he who lives without fear does not live at all.
Look,
I will not say I am not afraid, but it would be no bad thing to die hunting such a noble adversary.
It is a good day to die.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I will take Ember Soul. Or we could poison him.
So, this is the bastard we're supposed to be handing the Lesser Meridoc to, and I'm guessing that this is one of those multi-ending branch paths.
I would
be... We don't want to poison him, therefore we have to give him the Ember Soul.
Yeah, I want to not fall to the hands of something that has to be summoned through killing a man, so... Although maybe killing a man was just an accident.
I also like the novelty of saying fuck you to a dangerous cult right to their face.
I don't much like cults. Not that this guy's not in a cult. He's in, like... It's not a cult. This is the Jem'Hadar guy.
Yeah.
So it's not like they come out of this smelling like roses either. But the enemy of the summoned demon is my friend. So... Ember Soul it is. Widow's Woe. Said to induce fear, also called Kempfoot, partly due to its unpleasant scent. Dainty dark flowers grow out from a bed of long, thin leaves. Oh, it induces fear. Third is the fear bringer, so keep this in mind. It whose name I have already lost.
What is it, Widow's Woe?
Yes, thank you. Gosh, that is something I am uniquely bad at, is having those completely exit my mind instantly. It's gotta be these.
I am highly convinced. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa! What a resemblance.
I almost want to start tagging the plants I know we're going to need for the whatever in a different color.
How many colors have we got left, though?
That's the thing.
We could use red for it, I guess, but we have to remember then that this is what we're currently using it for. So, do we want to start going through the clues on that slab?
I thought we labeled you.
We didn't label it, we used it for an elixir.
Oh, you've gotten
elixir,
yourself moved.
An elixir for which we don't actually have the names of the flowers for.
It's true.
We know one of them, we have a supposition on another, and we simply don't know the name for the third.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Because something I know is called Corpse's Friend. But I just don't remember what.
I guess I should go into the think tank for this one.
Yeah, if you can get it before I can. Oh, found it. It's Devil's Night Trap.
Oh, good
One
find.
that we do not have a plant for.
Is it Night Trap or Night Cap?
It's probably Nightcap.
I honestly can't tell. It's like the style of this writing leaves both possible. But yeah, Corpse's Friend is that plant. You may as well relabel it right then. If
We don't have it.
Oh shit.
It's Nightcap. The R's don't have the. It's almost a serif at this point. The little line at the bottom.
It kind of looks like the pi symbol. Nigh pi app.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have that plant, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
The ankle grabber, the binder. We have something that undoes a binding plant. I don't know if we have a binding plant.
We gave somebody an unbinder, didn't we?
Yes, but I don't think we ever had the thing that binds.
What did he call it? I know the plant was referenced, the one that he needed to untie.
Oh, like snare vine or something.
Swift
What?
snare. It's called swift
Swift
snare.
snare. That's what it was. What was the one that was the it was elderfinium, was it? That was the antidote to Dendra's miasma. This is the antidote to the gilded Dendra. Which is the last one. Last a petal to secure black blood's reverse. So, elderfinium is another one that I want to turn red.
Okay.
Okay, keep an eye out for lifting a curse.
Lift curses. Actually, I think your interesting labeling of this plant might have helped me. Check long varicund.
I got a girl with a short skirt and a long varicund.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Memory. Like things sit in my head.
Unbelievable. Well, okay then.
Have we touched on the Fearbringer?
Yes, that was the one that
Okay.
made me decide that we should start doing this.
Okay, so we have 4 out of 5 then? The one we don't have is the Swift Snare.
We also don't have Corpse's Friend. We have the description, but
Right.
not the plant.
We don't actually have Devil's Advocate.
And we have something that...
Actually, that's another answer to your question. Mnemonics.
Mm,
Memory and mnemonics. And the Sleep Shop.
so Royal Gentia is to release the Swift Snare.
Yep.
But we don't have a Swift Snare.
Right, so we have 3 out of 5, and at this point they're all red labeled.
Is there another thing that grabs?
If only we had the entry for Swift Snare, I'd be able to tell you the alternate names for it.
There's a chance we may never get it.
Yeah, I know.
I just feel like I have a memory of another thing.
Nothing's coming to mind, let me think. I do not seem to be coming up with anything here.
Then I'm inclined to stop looking, because you've already proven yourself significantly.
Yeah, but this isn't about proving, this is about creating a thing. Alright. I'm confident then that we have, at bare minimum, decent guesses for all 5. And the only decent guess would be the Swift Snare. Everything else I'm pretty certain we at least know.
So we're just waiting on getting Corpse's Friend.
Yeah, I think so.
Predict that it's going to end up being Swift Snare.
Yeah.
We have the 3rd one, we have the 4th one, we have the 5th one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until we get further hints, that's all we're going to be able to do for this.
Milton Forbes. Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specializes in curiosities.
Oh?
I would have thought that someone in your position ought to be interested in perusing our collection of manuscripts on elixirs, for example.
Well, as it happens, we just came into some equipment with which to do this.
Orchard Road. Does that mean this is in Undermere?
Well, let's
We're
check
already
it
in
out.
Undermere.
I mean, is there anything to indicate a road, though? Do we want to just try Undermere itself and see?
Yes. Well, no. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that neighbors can reach across and shake hands or more likely exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town.
Yeah. Alright, that didn't work. Can we do flip sides on these papers? We can't, right?
Is there a town called Arnside?
Ironside?
Arnside.
Arnside.
Because the place is
I
called
can read.
Arnside Antiquities.
Can we zoom in on the map even though we don't have will to explore?
No. But I can mostly read it. Yes, there is a town called Arnside in the bottom. It's like P26 or something.
I see it.
A fool! What a fool I've been.
Well, let's get wet and give that another try.
I swear they used this sound effect in a completely different game. The little pop and ding.
Much better.
Here it is. The dark exterior of Arnside Antiquities blends into its surroundings. A tailor called Jones and an ugly-looking haberdashery, to the extent that I walk past it 3 times before I find it. Inside, however, I am greeted by a world of intrigue and wonder. Old trinkets sit alongside faded books and manuscripts, while strange utensils and machines, their uses unfathomable, occupy rows of display cases. It is some time before I peel myself away, returning to Undermere with 2 new recipes for elixirs that demand further study.
Nice.
One of them's written with Latin names. And the other one is terrible. A 5-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, a seed pod for luck. Well, we don't have the sheep snap with its good luck seed pod. So right away I'm going to put this aside. Wow, you're really going to make me do this, huh? I don't want to. Well, we only have 3 minutes left, so I guess I'm going to start going through Latin names.
Alright, so...
We're looking for Arbutum alacritas, Maculosis retinentia, and Mens fortis.
Mens Fortis, is that... That's,
Caballia is Arbutum alacritas.
Alright, so that's... Well, god damn it, now what? We're out of colors. I guess...
Only if this doesn't work right now.
Oh, fair enough.
I think I've seen Mens fortis before. Mens fortis is Dranthium. And Maculosis retinentia.
Men's Fortis, is that not Viagra?
Maculosis retinentia is henchuck, which I believe we have as a guess.
We do.
I don't remember the alphabet. New elixir acquired. So
And
does
it's-
that mean the
means it's-
henchuck is confirmed?
It means it's henchucked if we have a check mark on an elixir recipe.
Oh, look, the check mark is now on this too.
How about that?
So where?
Actually, didn't we have an unconfirmed plant on that first elixir we did? The Pidians or whatever?
Palliance?
Alliance, yes. Does that have a check mark on it?
It. What an interesting. Well, because we didn't have names of anything. We do not have a
Yeah.
check mark.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Alright, so we have done that, and that is now. Just label it damned and be done with it.
I just have to make sure they put my plants back where they belonged. There's the Caballia, the henchuck, and the Dranthium. Yes, they are back. And so the elixir has appeared here. And we're
That's-
calling you.
Damned. Just label it. Makes me think back to the poorly translated Paper Mario 1000 Year Door videos I watched.
Oh, yeah, those were out of control.
Did you watch them through?
No, even the screenshots you showed us were out of control.
Yeah. That was the I think I sent that exact screenshot to the one where the chest monster said, "Now you're damned, doofus."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good. And the N64 bad translation was just as bad or even worse at points. Chuck Quizmo's questions were absolutely nuts. And like the general rule for those was literally whatever's the worst answer is the right one. And I don't know, I'm sure that was pure coincidence, but it's like every time the guy that was streaming it picked what was objectively the worst answer of the three, 90% of the time it was right.
That's so funny.
The best question of all of them was, where can I take it? One of
Yikes.
the choices was in prison.
Oh my god.
Lo and fucking behold, it was the right answer.
Holy shit. What a confluence.
I
That's
was
amazing.
dying. That's like a total of like 3 hours plus worth of greatest moment streaming material. It took me over 10 to get through it because I was laughing so much I had to pause it.
That's amazing.
So good.
This does
All right.
remind me, there's a very popular YouTube channel called Game Grumps, and they've been on a
Yeah.
kick recently of playing Japanese games.
I stopped watching after JonTron left, to be honest.
Yeah, you should watch again, because honestly, I like the dynamic a lot better.
Mm. Do
It's
they
just
actually complete their games?
rarely, so no, you
Yeah,
wouldn't like that. Every once in a while, they'll do a long play.
No, see, there's a reason I siphon my videos out into in progress or partial, so that people are actually fucking informed. If they want a game that'll be completed, wait till it's in the full plays folder.
Not a bad point. They wanted to play this really cute little platformer of like an elephant that basically had like Kirby mechanics. He would suck up an enemy with his trunk and he would shoot it at another enemy and they disappear. So not full Kirby, not like powers.
This elephant didn't swallow.
No, but what they didn't, I don't think they knew that every couple of screens there would be a quiz section, and the game is entirely in Japanese. And the one guy, Aaron, speaks a tiny bit of Japanese, but certainly not with any of the kanji. And so they got out like the Google Translate, like you hold up your phone to it and it will do its best translations. And they were useless. Truly every single... The best one that I think you will really like is apple is in the apple pie. What is in the bastard pie?
I have used this tool before on Japanese Kit Kat bars. And another streamer I know, Trombon, works with me at the place I work at. And I showed her this, and she was losing her shit left and right as I was showing her these.
Yeah, it's
a great tool.
It's not foolproof, unfortunately. A ton gets lost in translation.
I dare say, fortunately, actually, depending on what you're looking for.
And so, I would like to leave our viewers. I would like to say thank you for watching AlphaWit Thursdays. We should be back next week at the same time, I'm sure.
I think so.
Yes. And as always, what is in the bastard pie?
Actually, that's a really good stolen sign off.
What?
But I got another good one.
Oh yes.
This is Alpha Star DX on Radio 69.6 saying, "All it cost you was a choice."
Good night.
Way back in the vault.
Ciao.